But I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it.
Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley. And we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the San Francisco 49ers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Throwing to start here is Tua. And incomplete to open things up.
Against a team. Just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. You look at this Niner defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Purdy. Flushed out right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The gut, McCaffrey, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Niners at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. McCaffrey with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Jake Moody now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. This defense for the Niners very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide to...
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 40. 49 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Down the throw here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Tua to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the 49ers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple plays, these guys been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Diamador Lenore. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Meanwhile, to his throw here, going to be caught by Wilson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. McCaffrey running up the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead, I would imagine. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter. Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a two-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career. And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him. On 2nd down, Tua. And it's caught. Touchdown. Durham Smythe, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception. It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got Bialski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there. Tua going to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home. Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way. In motion goes the tight end. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Mostert will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. Charles, I think you and I both agree these guys were outplayed in that first half, and the scoreboard reflected that, but they've come out since halftime. They've looked like a different team. And it makes you wonder what was said and done in that locker room because they've made some nice adjustments, and they're executing better. I think they got some fiery guys on that sideline that had a few things to say at the half, and now they've come out with a vengeance. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball. And
now off to the races down the right side.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Purdy. They'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10. Here's Tua. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That is caught, but he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, They take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A run with Mostert up the middle. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
This now a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
58 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Durham Smythe with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Here's a 2nd and 7. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Throwing here, Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Purdy to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Back to throw is Tua. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Somebody lit a fire under that